Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a hair trimming tutorial. So if you guys are interested in seeing how to do some trimming on your curly hair, then stay tuned. So I usually start with an old wash and go so I can see where my curl is most defined. You're going to need a pair of scissors, some hair ties, a clip, and you can also use some water to help get your curls to reform and clump back together so you can easily find them in trimming. As you can see, I have some pretty frizzy ends right now, which is why I use the water because it helps to kind of bring them all back. So for my cut, you can either go in a bit of a triangular shape, you can go layered. When trimming your hair, it's also very helpful to see when you have different hair textures. As you can see, I have a couple of different hair textures in my hair. So as long as I kind of know how they curl, I can better understand how much they're going to spring up and where they'll fall once I actually trim the hair. So unless you are completely clipping off a straight end from heat damage or that has been relaxed, then you're just really looking for any split ends or little tiny knots that can occur in the edge of your curly hair. Okay, so let's start trimming. So when trimming curly hair, it's always important to try to trim into your S. The reason for that, as you can see, it still keeps it curled. You do not cut into the S and just cut it in the middle of a curl. It will cause the curl to just basically stay straight and vertical. It won't spring back the way you saw the other curl do. Also, I encourage clipping small bits at a time. You have a lot of shrinkage, and if you cut big hacks, then you will probably be cutting off a large amount of hair and you won't know it until it's too late. So since I have a ton of hair, I separate my hair into sections. To make sure I get a thorough trim, I usually separate my hair in half and then take my sections and make smaller sections so I can go through each curl individually. So once you start trimming, I definitely suggest having a mirror near you so you can see what you're doing as you're trimming. But I normally take my finger and I put it in the S where I'm about to trim, and then I trim at an angle towards my face and just clip. So after trimming the whole bottom half of my hair, this is how much that I have trimmed off. It's not a lot. So now I do the same thing to the top half of my hair. You can see in the back my hair is a little bit more frizzy, so it takes a little bit longer, but I have a bunch of different textures in my hair, so you just have to really pay attention to every curl to see quite where you're trying to trim. If you're not sure, just do little bits at a time. You can always go back and trim more the next day once your hair is styled and you can see where your curls are falling. Now to talk about bangs. Not everybody wants bangs. In my case, I use bangs a lot though, so when you're doing your bangs, I always go from the middle of my eyebrow to make a part, and that gives me an idea of where I normally wear it. If you wear them all across your forehead, you just need to put them down in front of your face. When trimming bangs, always be sure to consider shrinkage of your hair. For me, I always put my fingers about where I think it is going to be compared to where it will end, and always use your fingers as a guideline for your angle. This will help you to get a nice, even angle for your bangs so they aren't jacked up. Nobody likes jacked up bangs. And that's it. I hope that this helps you to have a better understanding of how to trim your curly, kinky, or coily hair, and that it gives you a little bit more insight of how to trim it the way that you want. Hey guys, so I just wanted to come back real quick to show you guys the results of my trim. I think that it worked out. My glue's still a little, my gel is still hardening a little bit at the root. I feel like it's a lot more even. It's got a lot more bounce to it. I still have a part here, so my hair is just a smidge more fluffy on this side. It's a nice even transition. Same with this side. I am really happy. And the back, it's nice and even. So yeah, said little bits at a time. You can always go back the next day and trim more if you need to. And of course, I am not a professional. However, I have had curly hair most of my life, and I have been ups and downs with trimming, cutting off the straight edges when I was transitioning, dealing with my mom cutting my bangs and stuff also, which I would like to point out. So they're about here. You see they're slanted. These ones, I'm sure they're in there somewhere too. These are my final results, and I hope you guys enjoyed them so much. I hope this really helps you guys. When I was transitioning back into my curly hair, I have to say it was really hard to find trimming tutorials on YouTube. Most of them were either really loose hair or just completely straight hair where they just kind of go whoop. And clearly that does not work with curly hair. I really hope it helps somebody, because I wish I had a video with a girl who had hair of this texture basically. It can make all the difference in how your haircut comes out and how you will perceive your curly hair from there on, or your kinky hair or your coily hair. You just have to get used to learning all the ins and outs of what it takes to maintain it, and in this case today we're talking about trimming it. So I really hope that this video helped you guys, and if you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, go ahead and do that, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.